Hey, Hero Light here. I said I'm gonna put out a review for Ghostbusters, the video game. Okay, first off, it was a great game, a perfect game for the fans of the series. But unfortunately, I'm gonna put this. I can get my review out because, as you saw my last video, the vlog, I had very shitty in it. But good news. Now, like I said, I got barely something here, so here's my review. Okay, go back to the video game. Is basically a love letter to the fans. Not much, but like everyone says, a love letter to the fans. Okay, you star the 5th Ghostbuster, who is an unnamed recruit from the original team, but you're the new experimental equipment technician. Yeah, the sick title, but it pretty much you get to lug around their very experimental hardware. Like Ray said, can potentially blow you up somewhere into New Jersey. Okay, don't forget this is Manhattan. All right, and this takes place 2 years after the second film. Now, this basically follows where it focuses on Gozer and not Vigo. But he ain't the top villain, and I'm pretty sure people who advance this series played this game already, if not for the Xbox 360, PS3, or the Wii. It was up for all this goddamn console, so I highly doubt no one has played it yet. So now I got that over and done with. Okay, as you know, you fight Evil Shandor, one of Gozer's worshippers. Was mentioned briefly in the first film. Like, didn't have much of a story. This is, I guess, they decided to give that character more development in this one. But you do see Gozer in his state-of form, which you do get to fight. Thank God. You also see Slimer, you see the Grey Lady, you see pretty much a lot goes to the first film. Yeah, you do see Vigo, but he's locked in his painting in the firehouse. So and you get to interact with him. He will speak. He plays the 360 version. I know it's only from 360 and PS3. I know he's in the Wii version from where, because usually one has it. That clown has it, but he ain't that interactive. I saw the Wii version, the 360 version is so much better. Now, you also mentioned the motion slime at least once, and drinking coffee. But other than that, not many references to the second film. But fortunately, they do make a lot of references. Not many people caught this, but I did, and make quite a few references to the cartoon. Actually, more so to the second film. First reference is the containment unit, and you see, remember, in the first film, they didn't show the second film, but the first film, the containment unit was just a small little box. This is a whole big tower. It reaches from the floor to ceiling. As I know, the containment unit in the cartoon was massively huge. So this was mostly based off the cartoon version. Okay, it wasn't a big giant thing in the cartoon, but this was, if you think on a movie standpoint, it's more realistic in the cartoon version. Okay. Second, in the far corner, the one closest to the the sub-basement door. There is the lower shelf, the closest to the sub-basement door, is the cartoon version of the PK email. Now, also what you see there is and this isn't Slimer's info on the Pink Spirit Guide. When they say it was Ray that named him Slimer specifically for no appear. Now, whoever watched the cartoon and ever watched the Ghostbusters episode, since the slime, heck, if you got the special edition of Ghostbusters 2, you can watch that actual episode. That it says Ray named him Slimer specifically to annoy Peter. Now, the last and final nod to the cartoon, which I caught, probably more, but I just didn't catch it, was during one of the last levels, Egon suggests that you drive back to 1. And everyone goes at the same time. Nah. Now, he said nah a lot in the cartoon. And if you were to close your eyes and listen to that, I swear to you, you would think that you were listening to the cartoon and not a movie version. I'm saying more based off the film. Now, okay, now for gameplay. This had basically a third-person shooter aspect of it. This was a third-person shooter. Okay, and it was great. The third-person shooter aspect was great. This was pretty much sucked. It was a first-person shooter. I like the third person a lot better. It also kind of, and the third-person shooter aspect was kind of like towards the Resident Evil series third-person shooter, where you were looking over the shoulder. Yeah, you could turn around a lot, but it was mostly based off of that. Excuse me. Now, in Storm's Inc., sorry man, I mean no offense by this, I mean no offense. But you said they should be rolling around, not dodging, just jumping out of the way. You know how much of those freaking proton packs weigh? I'm pretty sure they ain't like. I'm sure they're extremely heavy and they can't jump, roll over, because either A, the proton pack will get damaged, or B, it's way too heavy and it'll take a long time to get back up. So you need a quicker way to get out the floor. Get out of the way, and they'll freaking game try and get out with God knows how many pounds of proton pack on their backs. Okay, now speaking of the proton pack, there is 4 different weapons to this thing, not just a proton blast, which has 3 functions. First function is the blast stream, second function is the capture stream, third function is the blast, is the boson dart, which is pretty much a proton blast. Now, you also get this, another function, I don't know what it's called, but I know there's 2 basic functions of it. One is shock blast, which is pretty much kind of like a shotgun for ghosts. Second is the stasis stream, which is pretty much the free range for ghosts. Third is the slime blower, and it's pretty much a, it's pretty much, you know, basic slime. One's low slime. The second is the you saw in the game previews in E3 the slime tether. It pretty much is a slime version of a grappling hook, but it has a lifespan, so you better get that job done fast before the slime tether withers away. And finally, the fourth weapon is the Meteor Collider, which has 2 functions, a semi-automatic mode and an automatic. And I really found a use for that. To me, there was no point in putting that freaking thing in. It just made the proton pack look cooler. That's all it did to me. It made the proton pack look cooler. Now, okay. Graphics. Holy shit. These graphics were awesome to a T. The in-game graphics, yeah, weren't that special, but you don't expect them to be that good. Come on, they're in-game. You don't expect them to be spectacular. But the cinematic graphics, the ones that weren't in-game cuts, the non-in-game cutscenes. Holy shit. You have to freaking blink twice to not know that ain't real. That looks like something out of a darn movie. You really think you're watching a film, not watching a cutscene on a video game. It was perfect. And the best part of this whole thing, the whole game, is that you can never say this wasn't canon. Just basically, Dan Aykroyd and Hal Reynolds both wrote it, so therefore, you cannot stay there and say this ain't canon. Now, time for an overall review. Okay, good storyline, average gameplay, average sword weapons, almost perfect, and great teen graphics. Okay, for the fans of the Ghostbusters franchise, if you haven't got it yet, I don't know what's freaking wrong with your head, but go out there and get it now. Go out off your butt, go to the bank, and go and get Ghostbusters, the video game. Now, if you're not a fan, rent it first. Rent it first, then see if you want to buy it or not. Because this is more or less for the fans more than anyone else. Because you know the fans grew up by now. And this is also towards a new generation. This is my personal opinion. They're trying to bring Ghostbusters back from the dead. Okay, that's it. This is Hero of Light. Sign out, and peace.